Niaje watu wangu, welcome to yet another episode of Mobit Media. And on this episode, we're going to be reviewing the latest Kenyan movie that everyone is talking about, A Grand Little Lie. Moving forward, I will be doing Kenyan movie reviews from time to time, and that section will be called Riverwood Review, or rather, the Riverwood Review series. For those who are wondering where the name Riverwood is coming from, it's a sobriquet that originally referred to the Kenyan film industry. Now, diving into A Grand Little Lie. Let me start off by saying that Mercy Mutisia's performance in this film was just great. I love what the writer Abel Mutua tried to do by highlighting mental health, especially that scene where Mercy threatened to cut herself. It can be hard to understand why people cut themselves on purpose, but cutting is a way some people going through mental health issues try to cope with the pain of strong emotions, intense pressure, or upsetting relationship problems. So that scene was very brilliant for creating awareness. Another great scene from Mercy is where she was begging for her life when Kengi Gadegia wanted to burn the house down with her inside it and Nyokabi Macharia's dead body inside it as well. That bit was very emotional, and if Kengi Gadegia had proceeded to burn it down, it would have been even more emotional. I don't know why the writer did not decide to go that direction, but then again, when Kengi changed his mind and opted to call the police instead, you get the feeling that it was the right thing to do, especially relating it to real life. So for that scene to come off as emotional as it did, that is good credit to the writer, director Phil Karanja, and the actress. Now, in contrast, the same scene had Kengi cry over Nyokabi Macharia's dead body, but that bit did not evoke any emotional feeling, at least for me, which is weird from a viewer's viewpoint, especially when Kengi's character was more of good to that of Mercy's, which was evil. I guess as African men we are not meant to cry, so seeing an African man cry in a movie is still frowned upon as when a white man cries in a movie. Important point to note there, still revolving around mental health and men showing emotions. Bilal Mwaura's performance was great as well. I personally loved the scene at the gate where the security guard was asking him for a signature and the intense look Bilal gave him. Mategi wa mtaa wanakuanga na hizo tabia, so that was spot on. Bien's role, though inconsequential in the film, brought some bit of comic relief with the Kisuya Matako and Kaswende jokes, crowning it, since these are the type of jokes you will find Nairobi male friends throwing at each other on a normal day in a normal conversation. So that is relatable to most Nairobi youth. I can't rate Kate Kamau's performance since she only appeared in like 4 short scenes. I am a big fan of Abel Mutua the actor, but his role in this film did not fit him. Although he wrote the film, one could argue that he should have aced any role given to him. But in my opinion, ni kama ameingia so much behind the scenes mpaka akasahau acting kiasi. Feel the director in this case could have selected another character for him. I think if Abel had played Bien's character and vice versa, they would have killed it. I did not understand Michael Munyoki's character. For the most part, it was very comedic, whereas the movie's tone was not comedic at all. I understand Bien's character for being comedic, but Munyoki's character was just confusing for me, especially with him being the main actor. It sets the direction of the movie, and the direction of this movie was just everywhere, all over the place. There are 2 scenes in the movie where the exposure changed, and this was very evident. The first scene being the scene with Kengi, Mercy, and Nyokabi's body, with the other scene being at the funeral service. The exposure changed to very dark for some seconds, and you can tell the editor was a bit sloppy with the color correction in these 2 scenes. I will not be too hard on the writer since we know him for TV productions, and film is just a whole different ball game. Then again, they had 40 days to deliver, and as evident in the film, it felt rushed. I will be a little hard on the director since it is his role to turn any movie into a masterpiece, even if the writing seemed a bit rushed. If I am not wrong, I think this is Phil's and Abel's first movie. I stand to be corrected, but for veterans of the industry like themselves, as much as the conditions to making a movie at this time did not favor them that much, they did not have to give us a film students project like movie. All in all, the film is average, but if I were to compare it to Nairobi Half-Life, which was made 10 years ago, or Netflix Pocha, it is a bad job, poorly done. These are just my opinions, but you can go ahead and watch the movie yourself and give feedback in the comment section of what you think about the movie. I personally purchased a link via Philip TV website at 200 shillings, and I'm a strong believer that it is through such initiatives that we can support our own. The more we support, the more we are able to have them give us great movies. Although I cannot say that I wasted my 200 shillings, but with enough time, next time they can probably give us a better film. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please go ahead and like the video, share, comment, and subscribe.